Hey everybody, it is the 4th of July. So I just want to extend a happy 4th of July to everyone. Be safe, take care, be safe. Enjoy your fireworks. But do take the extra precaution to ensure that, you're not blowing up your fingers, you're not burning your house down, you're not burning your neighbor's house down, all that stuff. I'm having a pretty decent day. It's a beautiful day. I wanted to run up to Renton today. That's where my great aunt is buried, and she's buried about a couple hundred yards from Jimi Hendrix. And I wanted to go up there, and my great aunt passed away on the 4th of July 20 years ago today, and I wanted to go up there and pay my respects, but I'm just not able to do it. Just logistic reasons and all. I'm actually on my way to the gym. They close at 5, so I got to go in there and get my workout in and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to say happy 4th of July to everybody. And I had a little bit of another issue with a certain friend of mine. I talked about this in another one of my videos, one of my perspective videos, about can't even think of what I'm saying, about being intrusive on other people and imposing. So once again, I had a friend that wanted me to take him to the local rodeo, which I have no desire to go to the rodeo. I don't like rodeos, never have, never will. Could not stand the rodeo when my parents took me to the rodeo at the county fair. I mean, it was like this. I just couldn't wait for it to get over with. But, Dad liked it. I don't. So it's not my thing. He wants to go to the rodeo. He's like, I got free tickets, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm not available. And so rather than... Now, mind you understand that, there's some special needs there. And I try to have patience and grace with him. But the thing is, what he does really well is he gaslights really well. He loves to gaslight people when he doesn't get his way. And that's part of the autism. So it's like you have to have a certain level of grace, and I get that. But there comes a point in time where there's only so much abuse a person can take, and it is abuse. So he called me a jerk, and I basically texted him back, and I said, I'm a jerk because I'm unavailable. I'm a jerk because you're not getting your way. And I basically said, I'm like, I'm unavailable. And no amount of begging and pleading, no amount of saying please, no amount of bribery or any of that stuff is going to change the fact that I'm unavailable. Sorry. And then, that's when he was like, you're a jerk. I'm like, okay, so I'm a jerk because I'm unavailable. I'm a jerk because you're not getting what you want. No, pal, you're being a jerk for, for essentially you're being a jerk because, you're not getting your way. And while he did apologize, I just haven't responded to him because I'm like, I'm tired of the gaslighting. I'm tired of the abuse. And that's exactly what it is. It's abuse. It is abusive behavior to gaslight somebody. It is abusive behavior to, basically try to manipulate them because you can't take no for a reason. And, there's only so much that you can take, right? And I get that when it comes to special needs, obviously, there needs to be a lot of grace and mercy there. But, so I guess, Jesus says to forgive 7 times 70. and I try to live to that. I try to follow that, which is, again, where having mercy and grace in these kind of situations takes place. But it and I guess I just answered my own question: is how much abuse do I take before I just, say I'm done here? And the answer is, if I subscribe to the axiom that love forgives every time, love forgives all the time, then the answer is you just, you set firm boundaries and you adhere to those boundaries, but you do so in a loving, merciful way. All right. So, love my friend dearly. I just don't like the crap that he does when he doesn't get his way. When he likes to call me a jerk, he says, I've hurt his feelings. And it's like, well, life isn't fair. You don't always get what you want. It's something I used to tell my ex-wife. You don't always get what you want, but you always get what you need. And he doesn't need to go to the rodeo. He just wants to go to the rodeo. But that's not for me to impose upon him, his need versus greed is what I like to call it. Needs and wants is in the gaming world, whether you play WoW or Star Wars: The Old Republic, when I can get it to work on my computer. There's that function, need or greed, after you've done a quest and you're in a group setting, and when it comes time for the looting part of it, need versus greed, right? So it's not for me to impose the morality of need versus greed upon him. I can only do it for myself. However, I do not feel it is appropriate to ever gaslight someone because you're not getting your way. I do not feel it is ever appropriate to call someone a jerk because they don't want to do something you want to do. That's not appropriate at all. So, this insight and perspective is, I guess it's just me reaffirming the choice to be loving, to be forgiving, to be merciful towards others that try your patience. So, I mean, it's almost a redundant insight for one I've posted earlier, or that I've posted before elsewhere. But here I suppose it's Happy 4th of July for one, but also it's just a matter of just reaffirming the love, right? It's like I said in my G.I. Joe club when I made a message to them about this is the 4th of July. This is an Independence Day. This is about our nation in its founding, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter what your political views are. It doesn't matter what your sociological views are, right? We're all Americans. So for one day, let's just set aside everything and just come together in brotherly love as Americans and celebrate the founding of our nation. Because while this nation has had its dark chapters and it has done some, horrifically cruel stuff, this has been a great nation that has done great things and has saved lives. So, I mean, like, we don't sweep the bad under the rug. We don't pretend that it never happened. We need to embrace that so that we can learn from those mistakes. But we should be embracing all that is good and well with our nation, all that, the good that we have done for other nations, the good that we have done for other people, right? That should be celebrated. The bad that we've done to people, right? We need to recognize it. We need to own it so that we can take the proper steps to being better people and not doing that crap again. So that's where I'm at with this video. So be good to yourselves, be good to each other, love one another as Christ loves us. because it's true. Jesus loves you, and so do I. So with that, have a blessed day. Be safe. Take care. And we'll see you again or chat again sometime later on down the line, down the road. If I have another thought or perspective or insight or whatever. All right. Just be blessed.